So what's going on here?
Alright, so we're about to do the first shot of the day, which is...
I'm going to put my jacket on.
Okay, you do that.
I think that'll look better with your
Everyone's here. This is crazy. We just finished like setting up everything. We got here at 10. It's now past 1. It's almost 2. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's almost 2. Anyway, so first shot is coming up and we're really excited. It looks so good. There's so much going on.
You're fine.
So I got a comment recently that was like, wow, she dropped a trailer and then disappeared for 2 years. I'm like, damn, bro, way to call me out. I am on my way to a little film shoot. I took quite a big gap from pursuing film acting, and I really desperately wanted to get new representation, get back into it. And so I'm kind of doing a trade today. There's some local film people that wanted some footage for their reel. I also want footage for my acting reel because I look different. The sun is deceiving. I do not have red hair anymore. And I just look a little older. I look different than I did a couple of years ago. So it would be nice to film something new and fresh so that I can have some new footage to send to agents and try to get signed again and get back out there and get auditioning again and not give up on my dream. There were a lot of bad things that happened during the process of pursuing making a fan film. I was like, oh my gosh, we're making a Spider-Man fan film. It's gonna be so fun. Everyone's gonna want to work on it. Everyone's gonna have a blast. It's gonna be the best time ever. It's gonna be like Spider-Man summer camp, which it started out feeling like that. And I was beside myself, but boy was I naive. Oh my lord. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I planned everything correctly. I thought I had really, met with everyone that I was working with and, felt comfortable with them enough to film with them and like vouch for them in the beginning and like vetted them. So I was working with a production team, and then I want to say like a little over a third, like almost halfway through filming, I got a very sexually explicit message from a crew member. And this particular crew member had a lot of power over the situation and over my film because they had hired all the rest of the other crew members. And I was kind of frozen for a bit, and this is after we shot some amazing scenes. Obviously in filmmaking, you shoot out of order, so as much as I wanted to quit and just put out what I had shot already with them so that I didn't have to work with these people again, or this particular person, I chose to forgive this person, and there was a big apology and an offer to do a free day, like a shoot day for free, and I took it, and that was mistake number 1. This person later ended up betraying me in like the worst way, and because of it I was out money, and I also found out like later they basically were trying to sabotage me. All I wanted was friends. All I wanted was a team that I could trust, and I thought I had worked with them enough that there was trust, so that was really heartbreaking. And when all of that went down, I obviously slipped into a pretty deep depression, and I think I became like resentful over my own film, which should not happen, and it was a weird kind of emotion to navigate. I had to find a completely new crew in the middle of central New York. I just had to like trust complete strangers at that point to help me finish it because I didn't have any other options really. And in that process came tech issues, a lot of scheduling issues. They were driving from pretty far. When you're making a film, you're dealing with a lot of different personalities, and this isn't helping at all. So navigating those and having frustrations where, you know, a crew member shows up confused because I find out they didn't read the script. They're just not like communicating with you about changes they've made, and like me having to change the script because of it. I had to bend so much, and you have to be very malleable when you're making anything and filming anything, but I bended too much, and I think I just broke at one point with all of the constant issues and not really, I was wearing too many hats. Positively though, along the way, I made a lot of like a couple solid, like really good friends that ended up just constantly supporting me to get this done. And I think we went through like 4 or 5 DPs, and on a film you should really only have one solid DP that understands your vision, so you don't have to keep explaining things over and over. So having that many people was very difficult. So there were a lot of tonal changes, and like, God, I was like, can we just get this done? So filming took 2 years because I had to take some time in between, and life is still happening. So it took 2 years to film, and then I was so burnt out after like a reshoot day that basically I just kind of crashed. I got extremely sick, and it was like the last big day of filming, and I just crashed. I crashed, and my mental health was like in shambles. My physical health was in shambles. It's pretty common for actors when you work on something for that long and you're deep in it for that long, and you know, directing it myself, having written it myself, it was too much. I will never do that again. And then I had to make a hard decision, and I ended up moving states. I just needed a complete reset of my life, and it took about a year of changing careers, trusting my gut, trusting my instincts, following my heart. So it's been a journey, and now I feel like I'm finally, after a year of getting settled in a new state and getting settled in a new job and almost done with post-production on the film, which that's a whole other conversation, but I basically had to edit the whole entire film myself, and so I had to learn a completely new editing software to do that. I did get a degree in multimedia production, but my focus was in screenwriting. It wasn't editing, so I really only knew the basics, or like YouTube editing. You know, I had never edited a film before, so yeah, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, and I'm doing a lot of it on my own just because I don't have the extra money to fund post-production. But I mean, like, I'm finding ways, and I will still have to shell out some for like sound mixing and stuff like that, but overall I had to just take a break long enough to come back at it with fresh eyes and to kind of fall in love with the project again, so that I could do it justice in post and give it the love that it deserves and that it needs. So the amount of edits I've done, I can't even count how many. It's egregious, but we're so close, and it's gonna be out this fall. I'm sticking to that. So that's my little update, and I actually launched a Patreon because I've been trying to get this edit done, and I've had my own personal like deadline for it. It will also help kind of just like ramp up for the release of my Mary Jane Watson fan film. So thanks for watching and tuning in. I don't expect a lot of views because again, I did kind of disappear, and I'm sorry. I needed to be able to come back and give you some good news and not a sob story or, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Hi, I'm Sally LoMonaco. I'm 5'5", and I am a Syracuse local hire.
SAG. I forgot to say I'm SAG. Hi, I'm Sally LoMonaco. I am SAG. I am also a Syracuse local hire, and I'm 5'5".
So personable.